Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name's Amy and today I'm just going to do a quick review of the Makeup Revolution foundation, the new one, which is the Conceal and Define foundation, which is full coverage. The shade I'm using today is F0.5. I've used the concealer in shade C1 previously and it's been not too far off from my shade, so I figured 0.5 must work for me. Just to bear in mind though, I usually can't get a shade that matches my pale skin. I have used many different brands. If they have shades such as porcelain, ivory, those type of things, they don't seem to work for me. They're usually too dark, or they're a bit orange, or I end up with a line because it doesn't match my neck. So I do usually find it quite difficult to get a foundation that's actually in my shade. So I was quite relieved when I saw the shade range including a lighter one than the concealer, so I thought I'll give it a try. It is only £9 and obviously you get quite a big bottle. There is 0.8 fluid ounces, 23 millilitres. It has an applicator wand like the concealer, but it's a lot larger. So you can see it makes it really easy to apply on the skin. So what I'm going to do is right now I'm just going to put some on my skin so you can see how the shade matches and what type of coverage you get from using just a little bit of product to begin with. So I'll just go ahead with that now. So this will do for now. What I'll do is I'll just blend this in. My beauty blender. As you can see, the great thing about this foundation is that it doesn't actually change the colour of my skin tone, which others do tend to do. Like I mentioned before, it does have really good coverage. Considering I've only just put a little bit on there, there's quite a good amount of coverage that's came up. What I would do is I would probably add a little bit more just to cover, because I've got a lot of freckles and I have some red patches. So I'll just do an extra little bit while I talk to you about it. So I wore this the other day and I had it on for about 7 hours. And during this time, I didn't notice any caking of the foundation. It didn't seem to sit into my pores at all. So I was actually really impressed by that. A lot of the time, full coverage foundations can cake quite easily. And I know that I've had full coverage foundations from brands that charge around £35 for their foundation. And I've had it cake quite quickly. So for this not to cake, I was actually really impressed by it. So as you can see there, it's a good match for my skin tone. It hasn't changed anything, like in terms of shade. It hasn't left any orange patches, and it doesn't seem to stick to dry skin either. So I think if you have a little bit of a dry or oily skin, you might get away with this one as well. So it was £9 from the Makeup Revolution website, which I'll link in the description box. It's, like I said, I have a lot of trouble getting a foundation shade that matches, so I was really impressed with this. But I am curious to know if you have, say for example, you have really dark skin and the other side of the problem, should I say, where like mine's too pale. Do you have skin that's too dark for the foundation shades that are out there? Or are you noticing brands starting to cater to that? do Makeup Revolution kit out of that. I would love to hear your comments, and if you've tried this foundation yourself as well, I'd love to hear about what you thought of it, whether it worked for you. But overall, I'm really happy with this. You can't get much better for a £9 foundation, which is a good size tube considering you don't have to use that much. I don't think it would take a lot of replacing. So overall, I would definitely give it a thumbs up. And as you can see, it's a good match, even though I'm really pale. So that's an added bonus. If there's anything you want to ask me about it, or if you have any concerns, just let me know and I'll see if I can answer them for you. There's one last thing I just want to note before we go. In my videos, you will notice that I'm lying down in most of them, and some of them I'll just be propped up. This is because I suffer from a chronic illness which makes me unable to sit upright for any length of time. So I can sit upright, I am capable of it, but I can't sit upright for a length of time where I'm doing my makeup or I'm recording a video or doing posts on Instagram. I usually have to be lying down, so I'm not just being lazy lying here in my blanket. I am actually doing that for a reason. But this is my hobby, and I really want to share my hobby with you. And I want to show that even if you've got a chronic illness, you can still try and have a little bit of hobbies and like enjoy yourself a little bit. It's difficult. It's really difficult when you're so unwell. But being able to get something like this done where I can just sit and play with my makeup for a little bit and then lie back down and rest, it really does change how your day goes if you can get a bit of enjoyment out of that. So if you are happy with this video and you would like to see more from me, please give it a thumbs up, hit subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.